20 seconds left. Would you forecast $100,000 Bitcoin by the end of this year?
I think there's a good chance. I don't know exactly what, I think over the next couple years, if I say 2030, I think it's very likely we'll see a $300,000 and $400,000 Bitcoin, and we'll see how it goes.
And there's a headline for you. 20 seconds.
That was Brian Armstrong, the CEO of Coinbase, talking about the course that Bitcoin is most likely going to be going over the next couple of months, the next couple of years. And with every single altcoin doing some absolutely crazy numbers over the past few days. Here's, for example, the Ethereum chart and the days that we are seeing right now, we have literally not seen since last year. Like, there's literally been no days in the entirety of 2026. Matter of fact, even in 2025, from a 2025 angle, this has been one of the craziest days ever for Ethereum in terms of percentage, but also in terms of shorts liquidated. Now, the same applies to Bitcoin, as Bitcoin right now is sitting at a very comfortable $73,000. Looking at this chart, we have not seen a Bitcoin rally as strong as what we've seen this week for a very long time. The last time we saw something similar was back in March of 2026, but still, it wasn't as severe. It wasn't as persuasive. And like I also said before, there wasn't such a crazy amount of shorts that got liquidated. What happened over the past 48 hours is astronomical. Trump gave crypto the big seal of approval. He basically said that crypto is going to be taken over by the US. They really want to make sure everything stays in the US, and that there's a new, very important date to watch out for, which is September 15th. Now, over the past day or so, we've gotten this notion that Trump said, hey, you know what? I want to make sure the rules in the US about crypto, around crypto, are solid and set in stone. But as of this point, they're not just quite yet. This is all just talk, because the real rules in the US will come to some sort of decision on September 15th. And you know what? Quickly go ahead and watch this video, what the CEO of Coinbase had to say about the recent Trump meeting and about this very important decision coming up in about a month.
Hey, Andrew, good to see you. And yeah, I mean, the big topic of conversation, both at the live session and in the Oval Office, was about clarity. The Clarity Act is coming up for a big vote with the full Senate floor on September 15th. And it represents a lot of bipartisan work. The president was keen to mention that. And thousands of hours from the Senate and the House have gone into getting this to be bipartisan legislation. It's also a good bill for law enforcement to go protect against illicit activity. It's a good bill for the banks. It gives them 13 new powers to go grow their business. And it's good for the crypto companies. And most importantly, it's good for the 50 million or so Americans who own crypto. And so that's the big opportunity we have now to cement all of these changes that everyone's worked on in this administration and make sure it's durable for many decades into the future.
If you were to handicap it at this point, you say it's a winning vote at this point?
I'm pretty optimistic it'll get over 60 votes, and I think both sides got 90% or so of what they want, which, you know, in any deal I've been a part of, that you say yes to that deal. And like any good negotiation, there's a few last-minute things people would want something a little bit more or less, but now it's really good that we have a deadline, September 15th, and I've got to give credit to Leader థూన్, who scheduled that. There's a lot of competition for that floor time. There's a lot of competing interests. He would not have scheduled this on September 15th if he didn't think it would pass.
You know, one of the other big issues, and I know you've been spending time and meeting with the SEC, as have been others, about the idea of tokenization and really the idea of what kind of exemptions the SEC could potentially put in place to encourage innovation, really in the absence of Congress passing any laws.
Yeah, well, you've got to give a lot of credit to Chair Atkins at the SEC and Chair Selig at the CFTC. They have made it very clear that they're going to continue to publish clear guidance and rules under their existing authority, regardless of what happens with the Clarity Act. So I think they're ready to move forward on that. They've actually, even just this week, the SEC put out new rules clarifying for the first time how crypto projects can go raise money that in the markets that are securities. That's something that we've been wanting for many years. I think the SEC is working on now an innovation exemption about how crypto securities could be traded in the U.S., which tokenized equities. Coinbase has been working hard on this, but we've so far only been able to do it offshore outside the U.S. In fact, we're launching our tokenized equities product next week out of Abu Dhabi for non-U.S. But in the U.S., we should be moving in this direction, too. Same thing with single stock equity perps. So there's lots of work that these regulators are doing, and they're going to create clarity regardless of what happens with the Clarity Act itself.
And so from every angle, we're getting this idea that most likely the act is going to be passed in the next month or so, which on its own would most likely be the biggest bullish indicator for the entirety of the crypto market. But I honestly believe that Trump right now coming in and being so positive, mentioning projects like Hyperliquid, it's already too huge. But anyway, there's something else that just got shared. You can see here Mike Selig, the serving President Donald J. Trump as the 16th chairman of the CFTC, he just said, if Clarity continues to stall because of democratic obstruction, the CFTC will utilize their existing authorities to begin establishing a regime for crypto asset markets. We owe it to the American people to do so. Here's how they'll get it done. And I'll show you the video in just a second, but the point here being, if it does not get accepted in a month, these guys are not going to sleep. And what they're basically going to do is they're going to circumvent the crooked system and still get this built out. And let me just quickly show you, because I'm so excited for what the near future has to bring here, because ladies and gentlemen, it is crazy.
If Clarity continues to stall because of Democrat obstruction, the CFTC will utilize its existing authorities to begin establishing a regime for crypto asset markets. We owe it to the American people to do so. President Trump's promised to deliver a crypto asset market structure, and we will help him deliver on that promise. We will heed President Trump's call to codify a future-proof digital asset market structure that cannot be undone by the crypto haters. To achieve this, I've directed the CFTC staff to begin exploring rules to codify a CFTC market structure for crypto assets using the agency's existing authorities. This could enable current registrants as well as non-registrant crypto exchanges to be designated by the CFTC as a type of DCM known as a crypto asset market and offer crypto asset trading on a leveraged or margin basis subject to purpose-fit rules under the CFTC's regulatory oversight. I've also directed staff to engage with developers of on-chain finance protocols to establish ways in which developers can offer their protocols in a legal and compliant manner in the United States, future-proofing developer protections once and for all. We're going to give Clarity its breathing room for a vote, but if the Democrats cannot support a bipartisan work product which reflects compromises from both sides of the aisle and ultimately send a fair version of the bill to the president's desk, then rest assured, I will direct CFTC staff to move swiftly to propose these rules for the industry.
So what I personally fetch from this is we are in the literal best spot that crypto has ever seen. From any angle, everybody wants to be the person that brought crypto to justice, to light in the positive sense, and was able to add something to make the United States or other countries really more money. And so the arms race from a different angle, I call it now the FOMO race, has started. And as it currently stands, Bitcoin is facing some of the most important resistances. Right now, we're in the supply zone between $72,000 and $74,300 that we specified before. But again, one of our major resistances, actually, matter of fact, you can see all the most major resistances. This was all generated with AI, by the way. If you also want to learn how to generate these things, make sure you check out the first link in the description down below to bottrading.net. Absolutely free, how to connect your claw to TradingView and some other cool stuff. And by the way, if you've not done it yet, make sure you check out 𝗏𝗏 down below if you want to learn how to trade crypto, or rather, if you want to trade crypto and you're looking for a platform. That's the one I personally use, and you get some very nice bonuses and very nice things just for signing up, as you can see right above me right there. It's one of the first links in the description down below to 𝗏𝗏, the crypto exchange I personally use. And right now, I'm down hundreds of thousands of dollars on, which is kind of like a normal day for me, not going to lie. The only one that's looking really beautiful right now is our Hyperliquid position, which is up roughly $50,000 since Trump mentioned it right now. It's doing really well. But yeah, you may look at my exchanges and think, Dusty, you're down millions of dollars. What are you doing? Are you stupid? Bitcoin is pumping so much. How are you still down this much? And I argue, and I say this right here, I'm very much used to seeing all my accounts be very much in the red for prolonged periods of time, but I make it all back and more when all of a sudden the market shifts around. And right now for XRP, we've had that major spurt. We are seeing some unprecedented crazy levels of growth, just like we saw back in 2024. And for Bitcoin right now, like I said, we're getting ourselves to some very interesting territory with the pump that we're seeing right now and the severity of this pump. You can see we've got our triple tested resistance from the March to May area coming right up at $74,000. And I've told you time and time again, we've looked at the numbers, right? We've looked at the numbers all too often. And one of the most important pieces that happens every single time is that the bottom is kind of easy to predict. Like, we've been 318 days of just down and down and down. We are 42% below the high. It's been a freaking crazy amount of time. But prior bears basically always bottomed out about a year in. So right now, we're a bit earlier, because you can see right here where we're at today, we're a bit earlier than where most of the bottoms form. The June low came 97 days too early. Bitcoin's lowest close of this bear is 58,000. On some platforms a bit lower. We talked about an entry at $57,500 on June 30th, day 267. Every previous cycle bottom came in at about 364 days or later. But remember that we also saw the crypto market go down because of a crazy liquidity sweep. We did actually expect the market to go a bit higher. These dates can, of course, be missing by a little bit. It's usually about the general direction. Now, the 200-week average has marked every bottom, though. Bitcoin has closed below its 200-week moving average in only 5 calendar years of its entire life: 2015, 2020, 2022, 2023, and 2026. The clock tells you when. This tells you where. This year has already logged 25 closes underneath it, which is the first box every prior cycle low ticked. So now to get back to the conclusion, though, we basically, after looking at all the previous bottoms and look at the way things went previously, kind of expect the craziest of runs to start somewhere along the October-November field. We basically shared that Q4 of this year should be absolutely crazy, but we're in Q3. We're not logically that far away anymore from just the last quarter. I mean, yes, the low that we saw at the end of June, from some perspectives, it was a bit too early. But if you consider this to be the start of the next rally, crazier things have happened, right? And I really don't like to be the person that starts hyping things up way before they need to be done. But yeah, if I'm looking at the numbers right here, it was the lowest drawdown that we've seen. It was the shortest crazy drawdown period that we've seen. But there have been other ones that were pretty odd. Like, for example, back in April. I mean, from a halving cycle perspective, obviously these are not the same as what we're seeing right now. And from that perspective, yeah, if we were to go down like 15% or so more, and actually in the next like 100 days, the next 3 months, it would make it a whole lot more logical for us to then have that, as we still expected, November or so breakout. This would mark the potentially lowest amount of time before the high is breached it again from the 2025 top. But then again, on the contrary, well, looking at the stats here, every single cycle, it got quicker and quicker to reach a new all-time high. What if this time around, we really, instead of 847 days, are able to do it in a lot shorter, like, for example, 200 and something days. This is, again, the 4th of March high. This is basically when the previous high breaks, right? That is always a number I like to consider. And as we're going right now, man, things are in just such a good spot. It's a good question as to what can stop the momentum, especially because, as we've seen here real quick, or recently here, the liquidations of shorts were so severe. Who's trying to short right now? Like, who is actually taking the money and saying, no, this is where crypto goes and no further? Because recently they've gotten so freaking burnt, just like we saw in October with the longs. Because really, look at the numbers. What we've seen in terms of short liquidations is unprecedented territory. This is numbers we've never really even seen. So perhaps this is really it. And I know I don't like to be the bearer of all this hype, but look at that red dot, right? Look at that red dot. All the way back since 2021. Never, except for that one day in October, have you ever seen the shorts be this crazy in terms of getting wrecked? Because everybody was pushing for Bitcoin and all the alts to go lower. That's why I'm saying this push really may be different. It really may be. And so I'm actively watching every single thing out there. I'm just super excited to see every single one of our coins at least tick up a bit. And I know in my head that everybody is also going to be eyeing the September 15th meeting where the crypto rules may be added. Because remember, if it does, well, that's going to be just a crazy, crazy push for the crypto market. But on the contrary, even if it doesn't, I think they've already gotten to some point right now with Trump's vouchers that they're just going to push something else anyway. So I think we are in a really, really big positive win-win type of situation. But yeah, that's about it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for more crypto updates, more crypto news, and I'll see you guys again in another one tomorrow.